All right, y'all. We are ready with our next run of Super Metroid. It is a two-player co-op, 100% with Funny and Sunwufarmer. But we have an expert on deck that knows a lot more about this game than I do. WX, you guys got it? Let's see the run.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, however you identify, welcome on in. I'm WX Fan 21. Welcome to the Super Metroid portion of the Completithon here on No Glitches Allowed. Again, I'm WX Fan 21. This is going to be Super Metroid co-op 100%. Not any percent. We are gonna 100% this entire thing because, of course, it is the Completithon. And co-op allows us to do some pretty unique things here. I'm joined by two fantastic runners and friends themselves. It's Anthony and Sunwoo. Gentlemen, how we doing today?
Doing good, WX. Thanks for asking. Get ready to get this run going.
Yes, doing good and glad to be here.
Excellent. Well, we have plenty of time to talk during everyone's favorite portion of Super Metroid. Of course, we're talking about the wonderful series station. Twitch chat, I want to hear it with me. Let's count it down. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, now what do I mean by series station? It's because if you've watched randomizers, this doesn't even actually exist. So what we're gonna see here is the series station. Samus, basically, if you've never seen Super Metroid before, I know 31 years later, spoilers, so it's okay. I think we're well past any spoiler alert. Samus needs to go investigate some distress signal that's been sent out by the series station. And because this is co-op, how this is basically going to go is our racers are going to do different routes. So you see Anthony, Samus just dancing around here by the elevator. That's because Sunwoo's gonna take the battle here with Ridley, damage down to below 30 HP to be able to trigger the escape sequence. What Anthony is gonna do is gonna be the first racer off a series onto planet Zebes. And he's gonna go get the morph ball, and Sunwoo's gonna go start off with our bombs. So, Anthony, I'm gonna kick this to you first.
Yeah.
What is some of the tech that we're going to be looking for here early in the first portion of this speedrun?
Yeah, so, like for the very beginning sections, the moonfall is pretty important, saves quite a bit of time there. It basically uncaps your fall speed, so you can go down very quickly, clip through certain platforms. Other than that, just some, general nice movements, some mock balls. One of the first speedrunning tech that most people learn. And I'd also like to add, like, the way that we're doing this is through Multitroid. It's developed by Osti Havel. It allows us to share our health, items, boss flags, all that sort of thing. So that's why you could see that my health was going down as well. And it also triggered that escape sequence for me. But yeah, I think that covers it.
Very nice. Now, again, this moonfall tech, you just saw Anthony do that on his screen. You're going to see it here in a portion that we call Climb Tower. Basically, what moonfall is Samus picks up speed in the game and will continuously pick up speed, dropping on down a room, and it allowed, again, just to speed up a process, saving about a second or so. And again, it's a speed one. We're trying to save as much time here as possible. Now you see Sunwoo just kneeling, waiting to enter the Alcatraz portion of Parlor. Sunwoo's gonna need that wonderful morph ball. Sunwoo, why don't you tell us about the first... Oh, by the way, Orb! Just saying. Sunwoo, why don't you tell us about the first mini-boss here, Bomb Torizo?
Well, this is the first mini-boss of the game. It is also where you get your bombs that allow you to go really a lot of different places at this point in general, and makes you be able to bomb through blocks, which is a huge portion of this game.
There was also one thing I really want to clear up here very early. Because we're using Multitroid, because the racers here are sharing all energy, all ammo, all majors, all everything. The ammo management in the early portion of this co-op is going to be absolutely massive. And I'm sure the racers here can back me up on this. So you saw Sunwu waiting outside the Bomb Terizo door for the 5 missiles that Anthony picked up. In the meantime, we have Anthony that's going to be picking up this missile here at Old Mother Brain, allowing a little bit more ammo. Casually, when this game is run, sometimes you're just like, oh, I get the charge beam, I get the plasma beam. You know, you don't think about that ammo, but ammo is so crucial when it comes to speed runs and randomizers. Very early on in this game, that ammo count is going to be extremely important. Now, we're going to go get the Terminator Major here. Anthony's actually going to be the one to get it. You see Sunwu jumping over that E-tank like it's something that he just doesn't want to touch. That's because Sunwu actually needs to get to Green Brainstar as fast as possible. Anthony's going to go pick up that E-tank. So what Sunwu's going to do is he's going to deal with some of the early portion of Green Brain. We need to get our first super missile pack. So we're going to go to a room that speedrunners we've coined it as the early supers room. You got to execute a mock ball and fly, basically go all the way across. So it's intended to be a speed booster portion. And Anthony is going to continue on the same path. But what Anthony is going to do is head to Red Brinstar and pick up our first set of power bombs. What this is going to allow the racers to do is we're going to have missiles, 1 pack of supers, and 1 pack of PBs. We need that opening ammo to really open up this run. So you see Anthony making his way here into Green Bryn. Sunwu's picking up a bunch of this secondary ammo. And of course, this being 100% run, there's a method to the madness in terms of how the racers are going to open things up here to be able to get to that 100% objective. We're going to do some ridiculous speedrunning tech. Sunwu's going to execute something later on in this run called a Poyo ice clip. We're going to see Anthony do a lot of cool cleanup and movement throughout the mid portion of this game, and then he's going to execute a bunch of movement because he's going to be the one to enter Lower Norfair. And if you're all familiar with this game, you know how much for Gauntlet Lower Norfair the developers intended that area to be. So there's going to be a lot going on here. But again, you see Sunwu hanging out here in Green Brinstar, playing around with some items here, and Anthony is making his way over to a section of the game that we call Noob Bridge. Noob Bridge connects into Red Tower. And those green cacks, as we call them, will drop super missiles should you be low on them. It's their first item given. Anthony, nicely done. Was that a hero shot?
Yes, sir.
Show off. That is extremely difficult to do. So a hero shot is something where you are able to shoot 1 beam. It doesn't matter what you have at that point. Normally it's what we call the pea shooter. Samus's normal beam. And that shot, you shoot it and then start wall jumping up the left-hand side. It hits the block, goes away, and you're able to get up there. That is the fastest time save in that portion. And believe me, that is not as easy as Anthony just made it look. So nicely done, Anthony. And now Sunwu, instead of going up Red Tower, is going to go down Red Tower to get... Okay, now I'm going to kind of throw him under the bus here, Chad, all right? This is a talk between you and me right now. The racers can't hear me at all. Trust me. They're not hearing me at all. They're not laughing in the background. Sunwu's about to get his favorite beam in the entire game, the Spazer beam. And he's very much on record of how much of a Spazer beam fan he is, all right? Make sure we get some Spazer love in the Twitch chat. I'm totally kidding. It's not his favorite beam. Not at all.
So...
We joked about that the other day. Let's not do that.
I was thinking
Anthony didn't need that Spazer beam.
Turning it off right here, but I feel like it would just lose too much
PP
time.
throwing in the Spazer or hardly know her.
So Anthony here is going to execute a trick called a CWJ. It's called a continuous wall jump. Nicely done, Anthony. And that trick is not easy. Many speedrunners at all levels, that is a difficult trick to pull off because you only get a couple of, I want to say a couple of frames, not only to execute it, but you saw Anthony move as far left as he could into the door without transitioning back to the other room. You needed that jump height and speed to be able to get just past the item tower and hit the item tower to execute another wall jump. Very, very difficult. And Anthony, greatly appreciate you picking up that missile pack.
I skipped it in one of our practice runs, so that's actually.
I wasn't gonna say that. That meant to be an inside joke, so I didn't do anything there. I'm just saying it's not my fault. But no, if you actually want, in all seriousness, a really cool fun fact about the deactivated wreck ship, that is the only item in the wreck ship before you beat Phantoon that's available to pick up. Plain and simple. That's the only item in the game that's available to be picked up inside the deactivated wreck ship is that missile pack. Once Phantoon's defeated, the wreck ship is activated. There'll be plenty of items to pick up. But I just kind of thought of that, Anthony, and some was just like, that's kind of interesting. And hey, Twitch chat. It's Kraid and Phantoon dueling boss fights here on the stream at 10 minutes in. And Sunwu's picked up the Varia suit. This suit is not just pretty looking, it's orange. Congrats, we go from yellow to orange. But it's also damage reduction. And the biggest thing that the Varia suit is going to do for both of these runners is heat protection. As the racers go, and again, because there are a lot of items in Upper Norfair, Crocomire, and Lower Norfair, that Varia suit becomes invaluable. So here you see Sunwu going to get a hidden missile tank. Also, for a fun fact, Kraid's Lair has 3 items. That missile tank, the Varia suit, and an E-tank that Sunwu is going to go and pick up in a room we call Kraid's Closet. It is the worst item section in the game for pickups. Has the least. I couldn't think of the actual word here. Racers, help me out here. I need a drink of water. Do something besides win at the game. I'm gonna get a drink of water. I've been talking too much.
Does that give me a quick second to get a donation in?
By all means.
Speaking of Ferocious VP, we actually have a $25 donation from them with the comment of save the frames.
Hey.
Yeah, and they put it towards abandon the animals.
She knows what I like. It's my fiance. Gotta save those frames.
Hopefully PETA isn't watching. PETA's like, well, we're not even caring. So there's been a running joke here in Super Metroid when you're done with the game. The Edakuns and the Takoras, the animals as we call them in the game, are back in the Bomb Terizo room, and on your escape sequence you can save them by entering the Bomb Terizo room and shooting out the wall. They're able to escape from the planet. So, which I always find really, really cool. Even though as I've started playing this game, I also haven't saved the animals a lot, so sorry. Where are we at on our incentives?
With the save or abandon the animals?
Save or abandon, where are we at?
Let me refresh the page and take a look. Man. We are at... Save the animals is at $90 and abandon is at $39.
Oh boy.
But the question we were having in the past run was, which one saves time and which one loses time, or is it about the same?
So in a normal run, it loses quite a bit of time. But in this co-op run, it could potentially not take any time at all. So it kind of depends on how things line up. So we will see how that goes.
All right, remember the Upper Norfair portion that I mentioned? So this is Sunwoo now entering Upper Norfair, and he's executing some very difficult wall jumps. You're going to see this here coming up on the restream. But what Sunwoo did was executed very tight wall jumps up a room we call Bubble Mountain. Not easy to execute. High jump makes it doable a lot easier than it does without those boots. So Anthony's also playing a lot of cleanup right now, and by cleanup it's more of just a lot of item gets. He's gonna full clear the wreck ship, and then what Anthony is gonna do is Sunwoo continues to play in Upper Norfair. Anthony's gonna get our second of our 2 suits called Gravity Suit, and for all you out there, you all know about the 4 pancakes. So Anthony, while grabbing the Gravity Suit, will allow Sunwoo to enter Meridia. Anthony also is going to clear a good chunk of the criteria items. And we have a lot, Anthony. We get the gauntlet, we got landing site, then you're going to head back into Green Bryn for cleanup. This is where co-op becomes really, really important. Because while Sunwoo is making it all the way, he's getting the speed booster, now he's going to get Wave Beam, and then he's going to go back to get the Ice Beam, and then he's going to enter Meridia. This allows Anthony the time as Sunwoo goes to clear all of Meridia, including the Dragon boss. Remember, they've already beaten 2 bosses. Sunwoo beat Kraid, and Anthony went ahead and beat Fantoon. Dragon's up next. And Anthony has the very important job of item pickup and item cleanup. Because right now, again, Wreck Ship is item pickup. We're going to do some item cleanup in Criteria. And we're going to do item cleanup in Green Bryn Star.
Oh yeah, so I think I can grab Bubble Mountain. Sometimes we change up our routes a little bit to kind of depending on how things are going, but yeah. And I'm flying right now, honestly. I was like 17 seconds ahead at Fantoon, so
Okay. I did miss the quick kill. Oh. Okay.
We have some time here if there's donations,
Okay,
because Anthony is about to go bowling, and this is going to take about 30 seconds out of the way with. So if you have donations, Tabby, you're more than welcome to say them.
Of course. I just want to push to the Metroid Dread incentive milestone. My brain is left for a moment. The bonus boss rush would add 12 minutes to the run, but it is at a $17.50 price tag. I know we can make it, chat, because I know everybody wants to see it. It's Metroid Dread, which means more marathon, more gaming, more money we could raise for the great charity that we have going on. We can do it, chat.
All right, chat, let's go. And there it is. Anthony grabs the gravity suit. So gravity allows Samus to move freely in water areas or anything that has to do with water, even if it's water that she just puts her feet into. It's free movement. So Sunwoo, like I've been mentioning, is now going to make his way over to Meridia. And Anthony has just one more item here inside the wreck ship, and that is going to be the wreck ship reserve here. Then he's going to grab the West Ocean item, and wreck ship will be done. And yes, folks, we are still going to keep the Forgotten Highway forgotten, because that will not be part of this run. You're welcome for the spoiler. All right, Sunwoo's going to head to... Sunwoo's going to go ahead and pet the turtles. We're going to go to a room that's called Mama Turtle. Toidles. Going to go say hello to the Toidles. No bonk, nicely done. So we're going to grab an E-tank. And then there's a second item in this room hidden in the wall. Sunwoo's going to grab that. Anthony is done with the wreck ship. Nicely done, funny man.
thank you.
Turtles are good.
And again, folks, no glitches allowed. It's Completithon 2025. This is raising money for Girls Make Games Scholarship Fund, and I'm sure our wonderful host would love to tell you all just a little bit more about them because we're just in some item cleanup right now.
I sure would. As said, our charity, Girls Makes Games. In 2014, Girls Makes Games was founded in order to provide girls with the space and resources to explore the world of gaming and help them pursue careers in game development. Girls Makes Games has helped their alumni go on to graduate high school, college, and onto jobs in the gaming industry and wider STEAM fields. With help through your donations, the Girls Makes Games Scholarship Fund will give women and girls the support they need to reach their fullest potential.
Awesome. Thank you, Tabby. Always fun to support a really good cause. Now, what Anthony just did there, I'm not even going to bother explaining. I'm going to let him explain it because it was an extremely cool trick. Anthony, tell us about it.
Right, so what I did first is I did a wraparound shot, which means I shot, to the right there, kind of seemed like it might have been random, but basically, math on the SNES gets messed up sometimes, to put it simply, and it actually ended up on the other side of the screen and opened that door for me so I could just shine spark through all those blocks. Very fast, very, very fun to see.
Nicely said, Anthony. Sunwoo, how are you enjoying the beach that is Meridia?
Oh, the beach is nice this time of year. Very cold. Well, it's starting.
That's right. That's
anyway.
Botwoon.
Cold water.
Sunwoo looking really good. We're covering really nicely here, Sunwoo, in terms of timing. So what you just saw Sunwoo did there is turned off the ice and spacer beam, and he selected PBs, or power bombs. What he's gonna do is execute a special beam combo called an X Factor. Nice Botwoon fight, Sunwoo. Clean. So in Super Metroid, there are beam combo specials, if you will. When you're doing charge and then only one beam, not multiple, just one beam. So charge wave plus a power bomb activates the wave beam's special ability. We call it an X Factor. Charge ice is an ice shield. Charge spacer is kind of like this thing where you see spacer beam go down and then up and around Samus and then clears the screen. Charge plasma are kind of like, if you all have watched any like ninja stuff, you've seen shurikens. Basically think of 4 shooting things that go around Samus. You've seen actually some of these if you've watched the demos for this game throughout the beginning of the game before hitting start. You've actually seen that charge plasma combo before. So we use the X Factor on Botwoon and here on Dragon to do additional damage and to make the fights go that much faster. Again, it's a speed run, not a snail run. We're trying to save as much time here as possible. Anthony has begun his green Brinstar cleanup. And Sunwoo's on to the third boss of the game, Dragon. Nice combo, Sunwoo.
Let's in the hitbox go.
Excuse my loud
That
controller.
was the best pattern Dragon that you could have asked for. And he gets it here on the stream for all of you. You are welcome. That was beautifully executed, Sunwoo. So basically what happened is Dragon will always, when entering the room for the first time, swoop from the left to the right. Then it can be more swoops until Dragon does what we call the goop phase, which Sunwoo got right away, which is the best pattern you can get. and then defeats Stragon in that first go, that is a massive amount of time saved in the run. You don't have to wait for anything else, so Sunwoo beautifully executed.
I also got the
Sunwoo's so
waffle jump
focused.
out of Dre. Just like a
There you go.
very space jump all the way across the Coliseum.
And now, moving into the mid to late game portion here of this co-op run. Anthony is going to continue the green Brinstar cleanup, and then once he's done, he is going to make his way into Upper Norfair. And if you remember when Sunwoo went to get the Ice Beam, there was a room that he went through that had 2 gates that drop it. You needed to use Speed Booster to get through, or a Mach Ball. Underneath that, there were Power Bomb blocks, and that leads to a room that we call Crumble Shaft. I will keep this very professional. There will be no profanity here, but I am not a fan of the Crumble Shaft room. Anthony is going to get the one item that's in Crumble Shaft, and then he's going to make his way to Lower Norfair. Lower Norfair is a massive area in terms of size. It's also the furthest area away from the ship. So this is where co-op really comes into play. Anthony's going to beat the last boss. Sunwoo now switches into item pickup and cleanup mode. So this is where Anthony did in the first part. Sunwoo's going to do it in the second part. And I want everyone to lock in, chat. Sunwoo's going to execute a trick called Puyo Ice Clip. Those green little worm things are called a Puyo. So it's going to be a trick called Puyo Ice Clip, and this is an extremely difficult trick to get, and Sunwoo gets it on the second try.
He's got the backup.
Yeah, nice job, man.
Beautifully executed.
Thank you.
That's probably the hardest trick in this
all
run.
the Shaq Tool fans, get them Shaq Tool emotes in chat.
I would say that and CWJ.
Yes.
What you did earlier,
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I agree.
2 hardest.
Those are definitely the 2 hardest tricks in the run. Any Shaq Tool fans in chat?
Boo.
Ooh, Shaq. But he does lead us to something great.
I don't understand why you're booing Shaq. Or some boo it. Shaq Tool could riot and then go the other way, and then we're not going to be able to finish this run. I'm just saying.
He has it in his programming to shoot us, but he chooses not to, so...
So yeah, Shaq Tool leads to a special major room here that is the Spring Ball room. So Spring Ball it's a nice item. You now no longer need to do a bomb jump to escape, as you're seeing there in the room. But what Spring Ball does, we're not going to see it here in this run, but in randomizers, Spring Ball, finding it early, can allow you to help out with some underwater movement. So, Sunwoo, that was really nicely executed. He's going to make his way now back through right side Sand Hall, and is going to make his way back up into Aqueduct after he picks up the best beam in the game,
Best beam.
the Plasma Beam.
Which will help me out a lot in this boss fight coming up, so it's kind of want to, like, highlight how, we're getting these items like right when the other person needs them a lot of the time. So this routing is very specific to how Sunwoo and I both run, and that's one of the really interesting things about these co-op runs. It's going to be different for every single combination of players, so it makes it really interesting and fun. So you don't have to be a speedrunner to do this either. In fact, you can help each other. Like, if you have like a really hard time with one section, you could have somebody farming you health while you're doing it, so it's not as dangerous. It's just a good way to play with a friend and also be competitive if you don't want to.
Fwand.
Yeah, if you don't want to.
That did not come out the way it was in my head.
If you don't want to play vanilla, you can always play rando with a friend as well.
Yeah. Yep. Works with randomizers and just about everything.
Absolutely. All right. Once again, Sunwoo now playing cleanup. Sunwoo is going to head back to the room we call Aqueduct. Is then going to make his way over to the left side sandpit, and then he'll be headed to the G4 statue on his way to Torian. So Sunwoo gets the job of fighting the final boss of the game. Remember what I said earlier about Anthony being in the furthest section of the game away from the ship? Sunwoo is going to be fighting the boss. Anthony will still be making his way back to the ship towards the end of that boss fight. And now it's time. You know, it's 7 p.m. Eastern here, boys. Maybe maybe people are getting a little hungry. little golden chorizo. It's actually golden chorizo, but really funny story. When I first started doing Metroid commentary, because they're called chozos, and I thought people were calling it chorizo, not torizo, bomb chorizo. This is golden chorizo. I called this mini boss golden chorizo, and yeah, apparently it's not chorizo. It's torizo.
I was gonna have a chorizo kolache this morning, and they were out, so I was kind of sad about that. And wouldn't...
Hey Fifi, I know you're watching. There's your food reference.
Yep, I was gonna say the same thing. It's not commentary with WX without a food reference.
It's become a gimmick. I don't know why or how it happened, but it's just become a gimmick.
You already talked
So
about
what's
food. It's okay.
Man, I do enjoy food.
Man loves food.
Who doesn't really?
Hey, who doesn't like food?
I have no idea.
Hashtag food in chat. All right, so this is now where we get a little bit away from the food talk and kind of the jokes. This is where the racers were really gonna lock in. Anthony has picked up the Mickey Mouse missiles and now is gonna make his way into the final portion of Low End Warfare, headed to Ridley. So this is a great time if we have any donations that we want to get into before we get into the really tough portion of this game, or the route.
Of course. Just want to make another plug for that incentive milestone for Metroid Dread. We are getting closer and closer to it, and it closes, I believe, make sure that I know, it closes at the end of Metroid Dread. So we have through Metroid Dread, so we have our next run and through Metroid Dread to make this milestone met. I know we can do it, chat. I know we can. We can do it.
Let's go.
Excellent. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right. So here we go, folks. All right. This is the portion of the run where the racers they've been locked in, but this is now where they are going to enter some really cool tech portions, and this is where drops are going to become important. Did the routing that they all do pay off? Did they miss an item? You know what I mean? This is where the racers really start focusing. Anthony's about to go fight Ridley. Sunwoo's finishing cleanup in Red Tower and headed to Torian. If anyone's played this game, you know how much Torian can be a struggle. The baby skip room can be a struggle. Baby skip's going to be huge for Sunwoo.
Yes. I would say it's a good 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Easy. Because again, we're gonna have all E-tanks. So if Sunwoo doesn't execute baby skip, it's about a 30-second time loss because you have to drain all those tanks.
True.
So I believe in you, Sunwoo. You got this. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And now we're just waiting for Ridley to grab Anthony. 20 charge beam shots here. The Charge Ice Wave Plasma combo is 900 damage per charge shot. What does that mean? Ridley's got 18,000 health. So it takes 20 of those full charge shots to go ahead and beat Ridley. So all bosses are done. That G4 statue is down. And now Anthony is going to begin to make his way out of Lower Norfair. But he still has one section of the game left. He's not done yet. It's time for everybody's favorite mini boss very soon.
I'm gonna just say
Any Crockemeyer fans in the Twitch chat?
he's just too slow for me.
I always bet on Croc.
Oh yeah,
Rando.
and Rando, it's huge.
Vanilla, don't. No.
Who needs Grapple?
Says the speedrunners. All right. So Croc is not overlooked, we can assure you. Anthony, because he's already here in Lower Norfair, he is going to go to Croc. Sunwoo has finished cleaning up what we call Retro Brinstar. This is part of Criteria, and he is now headed up to go clean up the rest of the items. Sunwoo, I believe you're going to get Climb Supers in 230?
Yes. And then I will be heading to the statue room.
Woohoo! All right. Miss Tabby, do we have an update on our Super Metroid incentive yet?
We sure do. It's still sitting at the 90 and 39, but I also wanted to make a quick diversion that we make sure that everybody knows who we are raising money for. We are raising money for Girls Makes Games. Girls Makes Games believe in providing every girl and woman with the opportunity to discover their potential and talents through gaming and game development. With your donations, you're able to contribute directly to the Girls Makes Games scholarship fund that provides girls and women with the resources and opportunities to pursue careers in gaming through Girls Makes Games many programs such as their college scholarships, summer camp scholarships, and their new mentorship and internship programs. Just wanted you guys to know that.
It's awesome. Thank you, Tabby. Can we all give a shout out and some hype for Tabby in the Twitch chat, please? Doing an absolutely amazing job at hosting. Make sure you show Tabby some love in the Twitch chat. Doing an amazing job here hosting. All right. Anthony making quick work of the Three Musketeers, aka the Three Key Hunters. Here at the back end of Lower Norfair. Back into single chamber goes Anthony. My apologies, Twitch chat. As an esports broadcaster, sometimes my play-by-play comes out a little too much. But anyway, Anthony is going to grab the Bubble Mountain item. You heard he and Sunwoo kind of talk about it earlier. That, again, this is why communications and co-op is so incredibly important. Because that could have been the missed item that invalidates this entire run. You know what I mean? That's where communication is oh so important.
Yes,
So
not fun getting a 99% run.
no.
Especially if it's like a PB time, but...
No, the racers got that out of their systems earlier this
Yes,
week.
yes.
Did I say that?
Only a couple. Only a couple.
They have been grinding and practicing for you fine folks. Again, let's get that money raised for Girls Make Games Scholarship Fund. Sitting at about $16.55 right now. Let's get that incentive up. The Super Metroid incentive is going to be live until Sunwoo enters the Mother Brain room. So you got about a minute to 2 minutes left to get your donations in for the Super Metroid incentive. All right, Sunwoo. This is where I am going to keep very quiet. And let's see you lock in. Metroid Room 1, let's go. Nicely done. One more. Bang.
Ew, that's the first one. Ooh. A little shambles there, but it's okay.
So this boss I'm gonna fight, just to give you a flashing warning, because Plasma Beam does something a little interesting with them.
Yep. You're not meant to have plasma beam by the time you fight Croc.
So
Plasma beam does damage per frame. So a charged plasma shot through Crocomire, just that's it. One charged plasma shot. All right. No, dude. Pretend this is golf. You're at the course. They're holding up the quiet signs. Shh.
That's about it.
oh, so close.
Oh,
So
close. One more cycle.
Yeah, one more cycle probably would have done it.
It's all good. A really good attempt at baby skip. Let's get some NTs in chat for Sunwu.
Good. Our lineup here is looking
Nice
pretty
try,
good,
buddy.
though.
Yeah. Can't get them all.
That was the room that I said was very important to hit. And again, someone did a great job. I actually think you kind of got a little bullied there by the baby Metroid. Your second wave beam shot that should have gone through all the seaweed kind of got absorbed by the baby Metroid like a frame or two too early when it was circling around you. So, very, very nice recovery. And now the incentive is over. Welcome to Mother Brain 1 of 3. Nice Zeb skip from Sunwu. All right, Tabby. Host extraordinaire. Are we saving the animals or are we abandoning the animals?
We are saving the animals with $90 in the lead. Thank you for the love. That makes me feel really good.
You're welcome. All right. Now it's time. One of the last items here at the game that Mr. Funny is going to pick up. Oh, and showing off some nice spring ball strats. Nicely done, Anthony. We have a couple more items to pick up on the way out. But this will do it. It is now Metroid. Mother Brain 2 fight. Takes 30 charge beam shots here to defeat Mother Brain 2. And Sunwu is done. So what Sunwu just did there is something very important here. Sunwu, would you like to explain stand-up glitch?
So right now I'm damaging down. You want to have like the rainbow beam take all 7 tanks or 6 tanks from you, but then you can still sort of get up and move around. And if you trigger that and then damage down a little bit, the baby goes into the phase we see right now, which is sort of a cutscene. You're not supposed to be able to move in the scene. And as soon as the baby releases, we will also get stuck. So we want to make sure we're in the air for this. And then we should be able to start actually wearing down Mother Brain 3, because right now it doesn't look like it, but Mother Brain is alive, and she's got full health again.
Super nice recovery on that, by the way. You're supposed to have like exactly 70 tanks, but if you take, have a little bit more, as long as you damage down, like in a good enough time, it still works. So.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Yeah, you guys have done excellent. This has been a really nice run.
5, okay.
Really nice run.
Thank you, WX.
Oh, thank you.
Nice job on comms.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you.
Yes, thank
I
you.
feel like I've done way too much talking and not turning it over to you, but that's worked out because you all have been able to focus
Yes.
way better than our practice sessions.
Super Metroid is a very fast game, and it's a little hard to talk and really focus. So, yeah, definitely appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
So who?
We were trying to find a nice balance during practice of, you know, comms and having the racers talk and
So who's saving the
whatnot, so-
animals? Is it me,
Yes.
or is Anthony ahead?
I think you. It's looking
Okay.
like.
yeah, he'll be 3 rooms away.
Okay.
I had a
Anthony's still in West Meridian.
a little shamble on that green gate and Croc Escape. I missed both supers that I picked up.
Oh no. Okay.
I had to go back to the CAX, so I'm a little behind, but
I am 24 seconds ahead still. Even
That's
after
where-
missing baby.
Let's go.
that's what I was at Croc. But yeah, we just PB'd yesterday, 50 seconds. So very
Let's
very
go.
good run if we're that close to our new PB. So
Yes. Alright, I'm gonna save
And-
the even ones.
that is
And that's it.
the final item. We did get 100%. I have my item tracker open to make sure, and this is going to be a valid run.
Yep. Time to save the aminals. The aminals have been saved.
Oh, I didn't get any sort of spark back.
No
you
swag.
lost the
Swag.
shine spark. Wah.
Oh, we'll go the
All
normal
right, and they're
way.
both gonna get back to the ship at roughly the same time. Get your GGs ready in the Twitch chat. This has been a great run. Sunwoo is on the ship. He's done. Time.
Oh, so close.
1.5 seconds from our
GGs.
PB. If I didn't shamble in that one spot, we would have gotten another PB here. So
That's amazing.
45-42. Nicely done, boys.
Very nice. And when
Yeah,
we save the animals, we'll be able to see the little
little
dot
pixel.
here. Yeah, it'll come out of the solar system on the right side, I believe.
Yes.
Yep, right side.
Right after the white screen ends. So somehow they were technologically advanced and had a ship.
Yeah, they had his ship ready to go, but couldn't escape a room and a door.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, we could wait till the 100% shows up, but I think that's the run for us. I really appreciate Sunwoo for doing this with me, and WX for doing comms, and for Completithon for putting on a great charity. Yeah.
Yeah, this was very fun practicing and getting better at this co-op 100%, and I enjoyed this run so much. A couple shambles here and there, but we almost pulled out another PB, so
Yeah.
that's amazing.
What was the official time, boys, according to your trackers? I saw 45-42 on the restream.
So 45-44.
Nice. Very nicely done. We might as well wait here to see that 100%. Again, it is the Completithon. Let's see it on the screen. But this is the perfect opportunity for any more donations or for our host extraordinaire to say anything she would like to say.
Just wanted to make a last kind of push towards the Metroid Dread. We're inching closer. We're raising money for Girls Makes Games, so you get to put money towards Girls Makes Games, and you get to put money towards Metroid Dread. I'd say to win. Metroid's great.
Metroid is fantastic. As we wait for the finishing credits here, I want to give a shout out to Anthony and Sunwufarmer for even asking me to do commentary. I greatly appreciate the both of them. Friends with both of these guys. Again, I've had the pleasure of meeting Anthony and his lovely fiance in person. Eventually, I'll get a chance to meet Sunwoo in person as well, and they have been grinding. They've been practicing this entire category, And quite frankly, just from my point of view, it's been great to see them practice, get better and better. And practice pays off. Because very shortly here on the restream, you're going to see that wonderful, beautiful 100% pop up on their screens. And that will be it for us. So again, Anthony, Sunwoo, thank you to both of you for inviting me here. Thank you to No Glitches Allowed and the Completithon staff for allowing me to do commentary here as well. And here we go, chat.
Dear Force!
Dear Force! That 100%'s about to pop up here. Samus is gonna go jump. And here it is. Your record for completing items is 100%.
Bam.
Let's
Super
go.
Metroid,
Let's go.
100% for the Completithon. Complete.
Valid run. And we saved the animals, so that's
That's
That's right.
And we would have gotten a PB, I think, if we just didn't save them. I think it's okay though. It's for charity. It's
Wow.
Yes.
It definitely wasn't Sunwoo shambling the baby or you shambling Crocoscape.
Nope.
You had to blame the animals. It's all in good fun, chat. That's going to do it for me. Anthony, Sunwoo, final thoughts from you all?
I think that's it for me. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. Multitroid. Definitely check it out if you're a fan of Super Metroid at all. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, I couldn't say anything more. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Fan, for comms. Thank you, Tabby, for doing the commentary and helping out with this and setup and everything. Appreciate Addie as well. I think helped. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing Metroid Dread. It's always a great time.
Always need more Metroid.
Yes.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Completithon 2025. That was a super great run of Super Metroid where we saved those animals. Since we had a raid, I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown of who we're here raising money for. We are here to raise money for Girls Makes Games. In 2014, Girl Make Games was founded in order to provide girls with a space and resources to explore the world of gaming and help them pursue careers in game development. Girls Makes Games has helped all of their alumni go on to graduate high school, college, and onto jobs in the gaming industry and wider STEAM fields. With help through your donations, the Girls Makes Games Scholarship Fund will give women and girls the support they need to reach their fullest potential. I love that charity. It's